Hello again, everyone. This is Rudolph Wilkins with Forgotten Fitness, and today I'll be showing all of you how to make a really simple and easy to build lat pull down machine that takes up very little space, can use quite a lot of weight, is very strong, bulletproof even, and equally as capable as anything you'll see at the gym. I'll actually go through the individual pieces of it. I'll have the measurements and where to get things in the description below. I will also demonstrate it for all of you. But to start off, let's actually go through the individual pieces you'll need. This is also a very affordable build, and of course it's both cost effective and space saving, which is real important if you live in an apartment or a small home, or if you're just limited on space in general. So the first thing you're gonna need is a door frame pull-up bar. Now that was a real cheap one. I purchased it at Walmart, but any retail store that sells sporting equipment will have that. I'm assuming if you have a home gym, you probably already own one of these. If not, it's definitely worth it to invest in one for pull-ups as well. You'll also need some kind of handle. Now, depending on the exercise you're doing or how you want to train, you can get a straight bar, a wide grip lat pull down bar, a rope, anything like that will work. It doesn't really matter. It depends on your use, what you're using this for. You're also going to need, now what this is, you're going to need one of these. Now this is, it goes in between the door and the frame of your house, like that, and it wedges in there, and this allows you to use bands, be it flat bands or tubular bands, on your door frame. So it's really awesome. So if you were like me, were in quarantine, and you purchased bands, you probably got one of these, and you can actually use it for this build. It's actually really important. It's nice because it's padded up here, so it won't ruin your pull-up bar. You're also going to need a chain. Now, this completely depends on what you're using this machine for. For me, I like doing not perfectly straight up and down lat pull downs, more at an angle. So I use this so I can get full extension. Now this is an 11-inch chain. I'm very tall, so mine will probably be a lot longer than all of yours. I would say for most people an 8-inch chain is perfect. And these are just inch, each of these links is an inch. And you can also find this at Lowe's or Home Depot, any hardware store. You're also going to need one of these pulleys. Now this pulley has a capacity of 420 pounds or 190 kilograms. It's by National, lifetime lubricated. I actually, funny enough, the first thing I did when I got it was lubricate it because it was squeaky as hell. But I would recommend getting a good pulley, one that swivels at the top, because your weak link is where you're going to fail. And the last thing you want is for the weight to come crashing down. If you have neighbors in an apartment or you're in a house, you don't want to damage your floor. So it's very important that you get a good pulley so that you can feel comfortable doing heavier poundage. So just a small pulley like this. Again, all this will be in the description. You'll also need one of these lat pull down weight holders. They're really cheap on Amazon. I think I purchased this one for right around $10, maybe less. I don't quite remember. I've had this for a very long time, but essentially what you do, this is 1 inch. So if you're using, see, I have a lot of 1-inch plates, but if you're using Olympic plates, you can get one for that as well. And essentially they just slide on top and you clip it to your lat pull, your lat pull down machine, which I'll be coming to that now. You'll need 3 of these D clips. So these are the ones that look like this. These are 6/8 inches in size. You'll need 3 of them. One of them is going to, of course, 2 of them are on the actual rope itself. Now this rope for me is a hair over 5 feet. Now that allows me to get full extension at the top. You'll have to measure it for yourself. The loop I made, or the knot, is a standard fisherman's knot, and I burnt the end. I burnt it and pressed it down, And what that does is it makes it so super tight. It'll never come undone. The thing about nylon is it frays. You can see a little bit of fraying there. And what that fraying does is it weakens the strength of the knot, and eventually it'll come undone. So you have to actually burn the nylon down and press it down, and that way you'll have a really strong knot that'll essentially last a lifetime. And so those two clips are on the actual rope itself. Mine is 5 foot, like I just said. Yours, it will depend on your own height and your arm length. This one is actually going to attach to the pulley. There we go. Took me a little while there. Will attach to your pulley like that. And that's how it will attach to the, of course, the pull-up bar. So I'll actually put this together in another video, and I'll, of course, splice these two together. So in the next video, you'll actually see it all put together, and I'll demonstrate how easy it is to store. All right, and this is everything together. So what I've done, I'll break this down for all of you, is essentially I took apart the pull-up bar. I took this bolt out and these bolts out, pulled that piece off, and I slid our door frame attachment there for bands. I slipped it over the top, and now it sits inside the pull-up bar, just like that. And you'll have it, of course, right in the middle. And this little piece here is real nice because it keeps it distributes the poundage more across the pull-up bar. Now, not a lot, but about 1/2 inch. And that cushion really helps, preserve the longevity and use of your pull-up bar itself. So that's how I attach it there. And then attached to that at the bottom is one of our D clips. And then, of course, you've got the swivel. These swivels are real easy to take apart. Essentially, you just lift that tab and you pull the pin out. This piece will come out, and you slide your rope in there, and then put this piece back, and then you have attached the rope to the pulley. And as you can see, it will slide in and out like that. To one side of this, I've attached the chain and the handles, and to the other side of this, I have attached the weight holder, so you can add weights to it. And that's pretty much it. It's a very simple machine. There are not a lot of pieces to it, and it takes up very little room. And I'll actually show you. I will show you all how little space it takes up. Give me 1 second. And that's it. Essentially, because the widest piece will actually be the door frame pull-up bar, the room it takes is the same amount of space as it would take for a normal door frame pull-up bar. There's no extra space, and you can store this pretty much anywhere, any closet. You can see it compared to my foot. It just it takes up very little space. Compare that to a full-size lat pull down machine that might weigh 300 pounds and take up 1/4 of a room. There is no comparison. All right, so in the next video, I'm gonna actually have it set up on my door and have some weights on there and show you how to use it. All right, and this is the machine in action. As you can see, I've attached the pull-up bar to the door. The weights are attached to the pin, and I am beginning to do rows. Now, admittedly, this isn't very much weight. It is more of a demonstration. Obviously, I could use much more weight, and the structure is very sound. There's no creaking or anything going on. You can definitely add a lot more weight than this. Honestly, you could probably fill the pin up with weights and you wouldn't have any issues. I love this machine. In all honesty, it has completed my gym. I already had a pair of squat stands. I already had a couple benches. I already had a bench press machine. I just needed a way to train my back effectively that didn't always require free weights, because sometimes that can really tax your lower back, and I need to recover from that occasionally. And this kind of motion, these rows, are just so effective. And this really is a fantastic device, and I would highly recommend all of you make it. It doesn't cost very much money, and it's just well worth it. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe and leave a comment on this one, and also make sure to like the video, and stay tuned until next time. This is Forgotten Fitness signing out. Bye-bye.